everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Share, subscribe, like this video. Make sure you put your prayer requests in the bottom. Now, a ton of people threw a fit about the first video. They're like, oh, it's AI, it's this and that. That's what everybody says, anything today that I want to hear. This bill did take place, and it's part of the Genius Act. I've been doing my research on it, so that video is correct. Now, as of February 2026, the major federal legislation signed into law regarding digital currency is the Genius Act. This is the one that Green was worrying about, that it was the mark of the beast. But I have learned a lot in the last couple of hours by studying it, and I'm going to bring it to you. Everybody shouldn't be throwing a fit about this. They should be excited about this, but it just tells you a lot of people don't want to leave. Now, guiding the establishment national innovation of U.S. stablecoins. So this is what I understand, and I've been doing a lot of studying on it. Now, this is bringing cryptocurrency into the mainstream of banks, okay? So don't be freaking out that you can't get your money out right now. So what they want to do, remember, if the dollar is still there, that means the mark of the beast system has not fully been implemented yet, okay? It cannot happen while the U.S. dollar is still it's still in your wallet, so this still cannot go in. Now, what this does, they're going to back the dollar. Okay, if you got, say you got $5,000 in the bank, they're going to back it with this stablecoin, but they're going to entice you to get it, okay? You're going to have to want to get it, okay? I've done my own research on this. So I think I've understood it a little bit better than I did in the first time, because I was just basically trying to get, but it's in the Genius Act, people. You got to go get the Genius Act. I said it months ago when they passed that thing in July. It goes into effect today, okay? But what they're going to want you to do, they're going to entice you to back your dollar, because remember, the dollar's struggling right now, okay? Keep this in the back of your mind, people. Don't panic. We knew this was coming. We've told you a million times it was coming. You just didn't think it was going to show up right now. But right now, it's in its infancy. So they're going to have your bank, and everybody's going to try to get you into crypto, okay, to back your dollar. So if the dollar goes bye-bye, you have something to fall back on. It's all part of this, okay? Stay with me here. So if you got $20,000 in the bank, they're going to want you to back it with cryptocurrency. That takes effect now. But as of right now, your US dollar is still fine, and it's untraceable. Now, remember what happens when the Rapture. That's when the dollar collapses. Then everything goes to this cryptocurrency. That's what they're going to use. So that's when all that stuff. But right now, do not go into cryptocurrency. They're going to try to entice you into it. That goes into effect today. That's what he's talking about. He failed to mention that in the video, okay? You got to put your money into crypto. That's what this is, to entice you. They're going to say, hey, you know, the U.S. dollars, you might want to back it up. That's what this is. Now, when we leave, the dollar's gone, and that's when everybody will have this digital currency. It's like it's a digital dollar, but it's crypto. It's basically what it is from what I'm reading. So everybody don't freak out. Listen, I don't put anything on there that I don't do a little research on, okay? I know the guy's got some AI going in the background. I hate to tell you, if you don't want to watch AI, you might as well turn off YouTube and don't even turn on your TV, because every video on Facebook, TikTok, and everything is all AI now, okay? So if that's what you're worried about, well, God help you. You might as well just turn off your TV. Because I hate to tell you, everything on here is pretty much AI now. They have it in their background. I see almost all these watchmen using the AI behind their backgrounds. It's all the same thing. That's what that guy was using. All right, number one. They want you to right now that this thing is passed, and now the banks are going to entice you to basically go into cryptocurrency, digital dollar. That's going to be the thing. That's what's taking effect now. So don't do it. Now, when we leave, the dollar collapses. That's the only thing that's going to be left is what's happening in this Genius Act. That is the mark of the beast system. But once we leave, the dollar's gone. So right now, you're still fine, okay, from what I've read. It's in the Genius Act. He just didn't do a very good job at that part. He did a good job at breaking down what it would happen if you go into cryptocurrency, okay? That's what happens if you transfer your money in there. It's taking effect now, that you can back your money with cryptocurrency. It's become a thing, but you still have the choice, okay? But when we leave, you won't. Everything will move to that. That's what I was trying, and I can explain it better now that I've actually read on it for a couple hours. But I'll tell you what you're going to do. If you do switch it over to digital currency, it says it right here. That guy was not incorrect. Those people was like, you got to have some discernment. You might want to read your bills, you know. because it lays it out right here in the bill. All right, mandatory monthly audits. That's in the bill. Promoting transparency and trust. It's basically what they're going to do. Once we're gone, everything will be digitally tracked, but it's only till after we're gone. Right now, it's put in place, and you have the option to go ahead and do it. That's why I said it's now taken place. Goes into effect today that your banks can get you to back your money with digital currency, this crypto, okay? And that's the way they're going to track this stuff. But until we're gone, this stuff does not go into effect if you don't take it. But if you start taking it now, this is what's going to happen to you. All right, so this part of this Genius Act marks a shift from regulatory shadows, which we're at now. You can't control the dollar right now. You can make transactions, stuff like that, with directed implications for all regulated financial institutions, including credit unions. When this thing goes into effect, they're going to sell it to the people that's left behind as, oh, by the way, we're trying to cut down on this. We need to know where everybody, there's a lot of bad elements. We want to be able to check this stuff. This right here, this act, this Genius Act, allows that to happen. The act allows regulated entities, including credit unions, via credit subsidiary that obtains a national trust charter. Everybody's like, I can't find this. Well, you might want to just look up the Genius Act. It's not that hard. It's right there in it. I even said that in the video. Issuers' opportunity. Credit unions will meet the Genius Act requirements, could issue stable coins. They've opened this up so Facebook can have stable coins. YouTube, they can pay you in stable coins. They're going to ask probably YouTube users, including myself, if I want to use it now. Facebook's going to it. Amazon's going to it. Everything. They're going to start going to this crypto, which backs up a digital dollar. That's what this is. But this is part of the bill that was passed. It goes into regulation. Actually, it wasn't today. It goes into regulation tomorrow. February the 8th is when the Genius Act kicks in. That's when you can back up your dollar with crypto. What I'm telling you right now, if you're listening to me, do not do it, okay? That's part of this tracking system that they're going to use. Now, once we're gone, they have no option. The dollar's gone, and that's what they're going to be using as that digital currency. That's what I was trying to get across to you. This is not bad news, people. This is good news. This is telling us we're getting ready to get out of here, that they're passing this stuff. As Green said, this is the mark of the beast system. She said it very clearly before she resigned her post that this Genius Act was part of it, and she's correct. It's to be able to control what you buy and sell. But right now, they're going to entice you to back your stuff up with this cryptocurrency. Do not do it. It's part of this. Right now, it's voluntary that you can do it. Evidently, from what I'm reading, it's voluntary. Stay away from it. But that tells you, we already see the dollar crashing, gold and everything going up. This will track gold and everything else. They will track everything. They're going to want to know what you do with your gold, your silver. That's part of this Genius Act. That's part of it. But the only way you get that is if you back it up with a stable coin. Okay? So that's what I've read. So my post was not incorrect. That is part of this. If you get that, that's what you're going to be looking at. That's in that post. So if you back your stuff up with that, that's what you're going to get. So that gives you a little bit more of a thing. But the thing is, the system's there. Like I said, it was about to roll out. But right now, it's voluntary. If you want to back your money with a digital currency, this digital dollar, this crypto, whatever they want to call it. So right now, they're making it voluntary that you can back everything with it. Once we leave, the voluntary part's gone. That's going to be the way the U.S. makes money once we're gone, is this digital dollar, cryptocurrency, Genius Act part. All right, so we've got that out. So everybody can quit freaking out and trying to put me on a stake or trying to burn me on a cross or something. The reason I put that out, because I knew the Genius Act was passed, and I was reading through it. Like I said, this thing goes on forever, and it take you forever to get through it. Now, he says it's 847 pages, and I have not found that many pages. I have read through quite a bit, and it reads like stereo instructions. But this stuff is in there, what it does. But what it does is it's basically right now is to insure your money with the dollar as a stable coin insures your money. That's how they're going to sell it to you. Don't do it. Because what's going to happen is they're going to track you. Okay, that's what this is. But it's already been implemented. It starts tomorrow that this is going to take place. It's part of the Genius Act. That's what you look up. And trust me, it's going to give you a headache just trying to read through it. But from what I understand right now, it's voluntary to back up your dollar if you want to. But like I said, once we disappear, you know what happens. I don't have to tell you the rest. But this is good news. This is telling us that we're definitely at the cusp here of finally getting off this rock, and it's all being put in place, which we already knew that, okay? But that stuff that he put in there, he could have actually said that, but he didn't. But what I'm telling you is right now, this Digital Currency Modernization Act, that's what it is. It's this Bitcoin. And what it is right now you can back your money with digital currency. All the banks are going to probably be offering it to you. Some of them might not, some might will. But now that it goes into effect tomorrow, you can use it through Amazon and everything. Is to basically get you to go to a digital dollar. Don't do it. But the system's there. The system's there, the rapture can happen now, and that just gets, and they're right straight into the digital dollar. That's where God told us we would be. So that's a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. Very good thing. I wasn't trying to put false news. I'm putting stuff in there to tell everybody we're getting ready to leave. That's good news. Because that's what we want to hear, right? I mean, if you're on this channel, you're going to want to know that, hey, we're close to getting out of here. I thought that's what we're doing here. But it looks like to me, people don't want to know. But the fact is, people are. Instead of getting mad and throwing a fit on here and throwing a fit in the comments, all you had to do is look up the Genius Act. And instead, everybody just do a fit like they normally do, and that's what happens. And I'm not being mean to you. I don't blame you. I know there's a lot of false crap on there. Trust me, I know. I'm with you. I know it's hard. But I wasn't trying to lead anybody wrong. I'm just trying to tell you the mark of the beast system is right breathing down our necks. That's a good sign for us. That means the rapture's here. That's what I was trying to get through to you. All right, nothing bad. I wasn't trying to mislead anybody, and this is not scary. I'm not scared of it. I know we're getting ready to get out of here. If you're scared, there might be an issue, because you shouldn't be scared of these things, because we already know they're coming. The Bible already tells us that. So that tells us we're getting ready to be raptured out of here. All right, so let's see here. Talked about that. See, we talked about Peter Schiff. I talked to you about that this morning, about what he's saying. He's saying that the dollar's about to collapse. Hence why they're putting this thing in starting tomorrow. That's there to be put in place once we're gone, okay? Nothing to freak out about, ladies and gentlemen. We're past that phase, honey. If you can't figure out where we're at right now, Lord help you. You're in trouble. All right. Over 1 million in Missouri are being told to prepare for a catastrophic earthquake. For once, I'm not the only one saying it. Authorities in Missouri are officially warning residents that they must know something we don't know. They need to do what it takes to prepare for a catastrophic earthquake. That's just where the new Madrid is. Need to be watching on the West Coast, too, the way it's looking. I saw this share from Missouri State Emergency Agency reminding everyone that that this is virtual, that you prepare for an inevitable New Madrid fault event at any time. In case you read the small print, they said at 10:15 a.m. on October the 15th, 2026, you can join more than 1 million people across Missouri and the central U.S. practicing earthquake safety. While we encourage you to participate with everyone, you can register at Shakeout Drill for any day of the year. The drill is time of your choice. The warning to the Missourians is part of the Great American Central U.S. Shakeout event that is planned for later on this year in October. A question I have is why they recommend that you drop, cover, and hold on, which is a good question. I don't know why they would do that, because if the new Madrid goes off, well, you're going to have to do more than get under your table, because that thing's a beast if that thing would go off. All right, since now I'm hoping everybody still likes me now that I've tried to break that down and explain it better. Like I said, I put things on here to let everybody know we're getting out of here. I'm excited about it, but everybody threw a fit. Everybody threw a fit. All right, I still love you guys. Leaked U.S. Air Force drone footage shows UFO in airspace over the Middle East. Recent New York Post report reveals that leaked U.S. Air Force surveillance drone footage appears to show unidentified aerial objects moving throughout the military and civilian airspace over the Middle East. Doesn't surprise me they're bringing this out right now, especially after everything I've heard today. Even Dabu was talking about this big reveal in July. And by the way, Trump has sent a man, I can't remember what his name is. I know Dabu had it on there, and somebody else, that Trump did send a guy to Area 51 to get all the secrets, which they already know what's there, but they're setting it up. Now, this Genius Act taking place tomorrow, you see all this stuff happening simultaneously. It's all part of what we warned you years ago. It's all happening now. That's what I was trying to do today, trying to get you excited. According to the report, the videos were made public by investigative journalists and UAP Researchers including George Kapp and the George Coppell, who said the clips show objects that defy any explanation. That's going on right there now over the Middle East. One clip captured on August 23rd allegedly shows the orb-like lights in a triangle formation over the Persian Gulf, recorded by MQ-9 Reaper. It's been going on for a while, evidently, which we know that's part of their excuse. These objects reportedly move abruptly without detectable heat or propulsion signatures, behavior that don't align with known aircraft technology. Another video through to be from 2021, filmed near Syria-Jordan border, is said that to show a similar circular object. Reporters note that the orb evaded radar tracking, disappearing from the system despite attempts to lock onto it. These disclosures arrive amid a broader backdrop and increasing attention of the UAP encounters of U.S. military units in a 2025 congressional hearing. That's what we're talking about right now. One orb was reportedly documented continuing flight even after being struck by a Hellfire missile, according to previously revealed footage. So they've got all their stuff all being set up for us. It's all there, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all being set up. See what else is coming in here. And like I said, I apologize because I didn't know the one thing about the cryptocurrency. Now that I've read more into it, now I know that is right now you have the option to buy into that. That's what they're going to. They ain't forcing it on you yet, but that law of cryptocurrency and the stable coins does take place tomorrow. That's what he's talking about. But if you get that, that's what they're going to do to you. The stuff that he laid out is what they're going to do to you. With that, if you get it backed up by stablecoin, they check you every month from what I read on it. It's all there in the Genius Act. Russian gold reserves surpassed 400 billion for the first time in history, so they're buying up all the gold. Ukraine President Zelensky says the U.S. is looking to end the war there in, says June. Saudi Arabia and Syria announced a deal to launch a joint airline. China reportedly has developed a high-power microwave weapon that's capable of taking out Starlink. North Korea executes teenagers for watching Squid Game. South Korea scientists create life-saving spray to instantly stop bleeding. French President Macron proposes banning kids from playing violent video games, which is not a bad thing. Chinese gold trading platform accused of 19 billion fraud. The assets frozen and users offered just 20% of compensation. Stuff's happening all over the place. President Putin's special envoy Dmitriev says Europe needs Russia to survive. President Putin says Europe will return to constructive talks with Russia over time. We are openly, mutually beneficial cooperation with all countries without exception. So everything right now is pretty much telling you everything's fine, everything's great and dandy, and you have nothing to worry about. That's what people want to hear. Found that out in the first video. They don't want to hear that this stuff is right at our doorstep. But the Genius Act is definitely part of this system. And the more I read on it, the scarier it gets. But the good news is we don't have to go through it. This is setting up. This tells us that the tribulation is definitely at the door. And if you're going to go back your dollars, and you're going to start hearing that probably from your banks, do you want to do that? Don't do it. Because it's definitely part of this. Right now, it's going to be, it's not mandatory. That's the one thing he missed on that video. And I wanted to check out every bit of it to make sure. But this right here looks like to me, from what I'm understanding, the key aspects of this Genius Act is to, for its cryptocurrency, they want you to go to cryptocurrency. That's what they want. That's what Amazon, Facebook, and all them is going to go to, okay? This is what they're getting ready to go to. So you're not going to be able to buy anything on Amazon or anything unless you go. This is something they're going to want to do. I don't think they can get that done while the church is still here. We disappear, then that's what it's going to go to. If there's going to even be an Amazon once we're gone, I highly doubt it. So they're setting up your cryptocurrencies, your digital dollar. This is going to be the backup for the U.S. dollar. It's this Genius Act. This is the one that Green was talking about being the mark of the beast. She was making a big thing about this. When this thing came out, she said she would never vote for it because she said it's the mark of the beast. But you can look up the Genius Act. It's part of this. Like I said, you're probably going to get notes from the banks and everything else, but they're not going to take your money, people. I know Michael messaged me. They're not going to take your money. They don't do that. Right now, they're going to ask you if you want to back your money with a digital currency, because that is legal now. See, before that wasn't put in place, but starting tomorrow that will come in. And I've already told you, well, he told you pretty much the layout of what happens if you do it. Now, he didn't mention that in there. I did, because I looked at it. As far as I know, you have to back your money with digital currency. As far as I know, you have the right to say no right now. But we all know that the U.S. dollar is on its way out. They're right now making that happen. So when that happens, that's what's going to take its place. It's already put in place. That's why it's there. Listen, they know, the church knows what this is, okay? They know. So they know that nobody was going to agree to this. They know we have to be gone before that will take place. That's what this is. But it's there. It's there. But as far as I can tell right now, you got to switch over to this, and that's got to be, I think, from what I understand of this, you have to agree to it as of right now, until we're gone. When you're gone, this is what they're going to go to. This is going to be the new digital currency. There won't be a U.S. dollar. But right now, you still have cash. As far as I know, I looked at that thing about taking $10,000 out. As far as I know, the only way that changes is if you back it in your bank with this digital crypto money, this new digital dollar, which right now becomes legal starting tomorrow. So don't do it. Then you don't have to deal with all that junk. But once we're gone, that's what's going to take its place from what I've read. So that I dove more into it to try to figure out, and that's the one thing I don't think I heard him say. I don't care what he is. If he's AI, he's correct. It does take place starting tomorrow, or today and tomorrow. So that's correct. It's part of the Genius Act. This is not made up. It's not AI. It's a real thing. We warned you months ago about the Genius Act. Everybody's like, oh, it's so great. This right here leads to the digital dollar. Right now, it's not mandatory, but they're going to probably ask you through your bank if you want to back it with this digital dollar. So if you lose your money, because remember, the FDIC actually insures your money. So if they can't, that means this right here would back your money. That's how they're going to sell it to you. Don't do it, because you just heard all the bad things that comes with it. And that's correct, because it says even here, it doesn't say it the same way he does, but it says the law establishes the framework for issuing payment stablecoins, permitting them to be issued by licensed non-bank companies. So Facebook and everybody can start handing out this. Now, here's the part that you got to be watched. This is the part I'm warning you about. This is what he's talking about. Transparency. Issuers are required to make monthly public disclosures regarding their reserves. So every month they're going to check. That's what part of this is. That's the part he left out, but I didn't. I dove more into it. And it makes sense because the church is still here. So right now it looks like you're going to have to agree to back your money with this stable coin. Right now, it's not mandatory. But as soon as we leave, this becomes the new U.S. dollar. That is it in a nutshell, people. At least that's how I've read it. And the way I understand it, you got to back it with this digital currency. I don't think that they can make it mandatory. I don't see anywhere in there unless somebody else reads any more into that Genius Act I haven't got. Listen, I'm already on page 30. And there's so much crap in there. And this stuff is hidden in these bills so good that you have to really, really pay attention. Like I said, I'm still reading the bill, but as far as I know right now, you gotta want to back your money with this, okay? Unless I find out if anybody else finds out through their bank, let me know. Just keep an eye on it. That's why we bring it up, people. We're not trying to scare you. We're trying to let you listen. If you trust the government to do this stuff, you're in trouble already. But I hate to tell you, they've already doing a bunch of spicy stuff, and this Genius Act is proof of it. I just read you right there. They're controlling, and literally you'll have to tell them what you're doing with your money every month. That's part of the Genius Act. That's in there. It's not hid. It's right out there in the front. Look up Genius Act. Look at all the crap in it. It's all there. So that's why I'm here, is to warn you. If you don't want to be warned, this ain't your channel. If you don't want to know Jesus is coming, you don't need to be watching this channel, because Jesus is coming. Okay, and that's who we're looking for. Listen, this is great news, because we see that it's being put in place, that we know when we leave, because the Bible tells us they're going to control what you buy or sell. Well, it's in place. Once we leave, that will kick in, because the dollar will be gone. Right now, the dollar's still here, so now you still got cash in your pocket. Once we go, that's gone, and it converts over this, but it's already put in place. It goes into place tomorrow. That right there is great news. That's what I was trying to get through to everybody in the first video, that we're leaving. It's proof of it. Trust the gospel. 1 Corinthians 15, 1-4. Jesus died on the cross for our sins, past, present, future. He died, was buried, rose again on the third day, according to the scriptures. Trust in Jesus and Jesus alone. Confirm everything through him, and do not take your eyes off of it, people. Everything we see these people doing is setting up the tribulation, every bit of it. And it's very close. We all know that. You can sense it a mile away. You can see the digital time is taking over. It's already taken over China and most of Europe. It's already happened there. And now it's made it to our shores. He got this passed in July. This is no big secret. We just didn't realize that sucker was about to take place. But now that I've read more into it, it's just setting the stage once we leave. That's what this thing is going to be. We'll keep an eye on it. Just to make sure, we'll keep an eye on it and see how if they throw any other wrenches in there that we didn't know. I love each and every one of you. If I don't see or hear from you again, I'll see you at home.